the success rate for heroin through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those few substances where like every time someone tries it, like it always works out for them.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever goes wrong.
No one's like, God, I feel terrible. Like I feel sick to my. It's always the withdrawal.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you can just do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, every time it works out with heroin.
With how he's described it, Harrison, would you be willing to try heroin on the podcast?
Honestly, let's go ahead and get your controversial opinion through experience on heroin.
Let's get the real vaccine
on heroin right now, just nodding out.
I thought you were here to uncover the truth, you know?
If you think about it, heroin is the forbidden vaccine.
I'm the baby.
Dude, he fucking body you?
What's up?
Did he bully you or whatever?
My stepbrother?
Yeah.
My older brother used to, definitely
Okay.
work me over. Like,
Yeah. I didn't have that. I had to go to sports to get like fucking embarrassed by other like men.
I had to do sports to be humiliated.
Yeah, I had to do sports to get humiliated.
So, what's the theme? It's Jew
Oh,
Anon.
yeah, it was Big Pharma. But yeah, Jew Anon. So if you have any like conspiracies, if you want to like, uncompromise yourself,
Uncompromised.
That's not a word. Right?
Uncompromised.
If you want to compromise yourself, I'll say that.
Compromise.
Yeah,
myself.
if you want to talk if you want to virtue signal at all, you can. This is your time to. If you want to trust the science, support Ukraine.
Oh wow. Do you have any conspiracies in mind that you want
I do actually have something I want to talk to you about. I did actually come with a topic in hand. So
Are we already going?
I think we've been rolling, yeah.
That's how they do it, don't they? They're
That's how they do it.
sneaky.
They sneak
start.
it in, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, you've been on for 40 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you for being on, RJ. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No problem.
What was it? Oh yeah. So mainly I wanted to talk about Big Pharma. So when I was a little bit sprinkling earlier about trusting the science, I have a conspiracy I want to share with you all. And I'll probably get fucking big. I don't care.
Okay, before you tell me.
Yeah.
How much work of yours went into this conspiracy?
Very little.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So Lance Reddick died recently at 60.
Who's Lance Reddick?
Reddick, the guy that died recently, he was in The Wire. You can look him up.
This is the black dude that was in John Wick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's how I think he died. I think he got his 18th booster. And that's what killed him.
Do you remember when you said like the least amount of work possible went into this?
Yeah.
I now know I didn't need to ask that. I could just tell.
Yeah. Was this a waste of a trip? Did I He came all the way from California to this
18th booster. Didn't.
Oh.
All right. So what's your view on the vaccine stuff? Like, go ahead and incriminate yourself. Compromise yourself.
First of all, I
Put
am
an opinion
vaxxed.
out there. How dare you?
I like the smoke screen that I'm getting hit with. It's
right,
very
yeah.
no, I like it, dude. It's spooky, dude. Feel like we're in a gulag or something. You
Nicotine's such a sneaky bitch.
It is,
you know?
dude.
So you were telling me your very controversial opinion about,
of Lance Reddick
vaccines.
being vaccinated and that's what killed him. Yeah,
You think a vaccine killed him?
I don't know if it killed him. I don't think it helped.
Remember whatever happened to HIPAA? Remember when people weren't allowed to know you're sick?
Yeah,
Now you have to show test results that you're
Yeah.
not sick to get
Yeah.
into work?
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
How dare they take
Dude, I had speaking of COVID and stuff, I had a teammate on my rec ball team. He's like, I tested positive for COVID, so I can't. Who's still taking COVID tests?
Wait.
I'm sorry. Is that
said,
ignorant?
Who is this guy?
A guy on my rec basketball team.
Rec bat.
Yeah, I play
Let's
rec
talk about rec basketball.
You want to talk
teams.
about rec basketball?
Let's
Okay.
talk about rec basketball teams.
Sure, buddy.
When you say rec, is it recreational center? Is that an abbreviation?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's not like WRECK, like some lame name.
No,
for
no.
a league, like a street tough league.
Oh, it is. It's called Durham Leagues.
Jesus!
Shout out, yeah.
What? I'm not too familiar with Durham. I refuse to make an assessment. Of it.
No. You what? Oh man, I really want to know your pity to Durham.
My pity to Durham.
Yeah.
I literally don't know shit about Durham.
I'm from Durham.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
doesn't.
A lot of people, you know what it is? It's undeserved street credit.
The fuck does that mean?
Because like Durham is like 55% black, and there's like an HBCU
Are
there.
these exact numbers? Because 55 sounds specific.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm hitting you with race science right now. I'm just kidding.
speaking of conspiracies? These numbers.
No. I think it was like it was a predominantly black area and it's very gentrified because of Durham, like not Durham, because of Duke.
What does
Usually.
gentrified mean?
Like a lot of white people moving into low income areas.
So it's like if it's
making it.
What's it? It's like if white people move in. It's
Yeah.
gentrified?
It's more syllables for safe.
More syllables for we have good schools here.
Oh God. Woo!
Isn't Duke in Durham?
Yeah.
All right, that's a good school. So
I'm too stupid to get in. So like normal people can't get in.
Oh, yeah.
They're always like. Freddie Valois, shout out Freddie Valois had this joke. He's like,
I love Freddie, dude. He's such a good dude.
He's in New York now.
He's
Shout
thriving
out.
in New York.
What did he say? He said, "Have you guys seen that movie Crazy Rich Asians?" And he was like, "Yeah." People would say, "Yeah, I see them over at Duke University." Because it's all Asians.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, you definitely just butchered that joke of his.
I did. I didn't do it justice because it's not my fucking joke.
Freddie, we didn't rehearse this before. Obviously, I apologize on behalf of Harrison butchering your joke.
Half on Harris. Oh man, you're really kissing his ass right now, aren't you?
I don't like the way you asked that question.
I'm sorry.
Just because
I
it
sounded
left me
too
with
conviction.
such few options to respond. I'm like,
I was like,
that's
no,
not-
I
that's
would
called
never.
framing the question.
Yeah. But the joke, or not the point that I'm trying to make is,
You're making a
Duke's
point.
very Duke's like a Ivy League safety school, and no one from North Carolina is smart enough to get in.
What are the Ivy League schools? Do you know?
I know, like Princeton, Harvard, places that
that's two.
never let me step foot in there. You want me to name more?
I mean, how big is this league?
How big is the
Ivy League.
Are you reaching for a joke right now, or
Just chatting. You know what you do on podcasts.
dude? I'm having a good time.
It feels like we're just jerking each other off.
Yeah,
at this
no,
point.
we had it.
Don't ever look me in the eyes and say they're having a good time. I go,
Okay.
don't
You're
do
miserable?
that. I'm not miserable. I just don't
Okay.
like the way you looked when you looked at me and said that. Like, we're having a good time right now.
We're having a wonderful, phenomenal look right in the camera. I'm in euphoria right now.
Dude. So you wanted to talk about Big Pharma?
I did want to talk about Big Pharma because we talked, earlier, like way out the podcast about you recovering from drug addiction.
Wow.
If that's okay to talk about.
Let's just talk about it.
Yeah.
I was a drug addict. I wouldn't say a functional one, but I was barely getting by, just doing what I had to do, but also having like a really heavy addiction with shit.
Was it I think it was mostly painkillers for you, right?
It was everything I could get my
Okay.
hands on.
Okay.
It was like anything and everything, and as much of it as I can take.
Wow.
Yeah, it was reckless for a while. But
So it wasn't like you. I think I remember you saying it was everything you took. Yeah, that.
yeah, man, I took anything and everything I could, and being in Southern California,
Oh,
you had
yeah.
access to everything. So yeah, it'd be easier to list drugs that I haven't done.
Okay. You said you did. I remember you said you didn't do heroin.
No, I did. I smoked that.
Oh, you smoked heroin.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the only reason why I'm asking is,
You know why heroin's so addictive?
Tell me.
It's a good fucking time.
Really?
It like honestly, the success rate for heroin through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every time
You never
someone's
picked up a
like-
guitar or anything?
It's
You
just one
never-
of those few substances where like every time someone tries it, like
Yeah.
it always works out for them.
Yeah.
Like nothing ever goes wrong.
No one's like, God, I feel terrible. Like I feel sick to my. It's always the withdrawal.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you can just do it and get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, every time it works out with heroin.
With how
It's-
he's
it's just-
described it, Harrison, would you be willing to try heroin on the podcast?
Honestly, let's go ahead and get your controversial opinion through experience on heroin.
Let's get
I would
the real.
love
Let's
to
get
see
the
you
real vaccine
on
That's-
heroin right now, just nodding out.
I thought you were here to uncover the
if-
truth,
if-
you know?
If you think about it, heroin is the forbidden vaccine.
Wow. Wow. No, but to say I had a drug addiction, yeah, that was something that was definitely a make or break moment in my life for me, man. Like it really getting over that
Yeah.
and beating that is something that I have to take a lot of pride in.
Nice.
Like not too many people can survive
Of course, yeah.
an addiction, let alone like an addiction at like the level of recklessness that I was at. But for me to overcome that, it's gave me so much confidence just like in the way I can approach life. Like it's been the one thing that's been the most like fulfilling as far as like character development for me.
Wow.
So, and I've had a few of those experiences, but that one was a powerful one, man. So,
Yeah.
a lot of people will take shame in like that kind of a thing. Like they don't want people to know, but I have no shame. Like I did the work.
Yeah.
You know, I figured out the reason why I was using like that, and I just moved forward. You know, and it was a lot of work, but I'm really proud of it. I think everyone who comes over that should be proud of it as well.
Yeah, because you know,
This episode brought to you by Big Pharma.
by Pfizer. Yeah, we were never monetized in the first place.
Dude, have you ever seen that movie, Thank You for Smoking? Good movie, right? About the tobacco industry, and they had like this. Just,
all the state is, dude. It's
dude,
all
they
tobacco
need to make
fields.
a sequel of those, but instead of for Big Tobacco, they should do it for Big Pharma.
They should,
And
yeah.
it should be the same dude that played Two-Face in Batman, right? Forget his name.
I have a question too, like maybe bounce off y'all since y'all are doing the pharma episode.
Yeah.
With overpopulation being a thing, what do you think the chances are that, you know, it is within the plan that a certain amount of people need to die each year, and that medicine and treatment is really only aiming to keep a certain percentage of sustainable population going forward worldwide?
Well, I think our birth rates are declining, and that itself is defeating us. So like a lot of people aren't having kids and reproducing.
So the question is, what's our hunch about depopulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Big Pharma.
Yeah. Yes.
Depopulation is done by two ways. It's by killing a lot of people, or it's by preventing a lot of people from being born. And I think that our declining birth rate is going to pretty much put us in a place where we're going to stabilize, I think.
Stop giving money to Planned Parenthood. I'm talking. I think it should be an option, but I think there's a lot of conservatives say that like a lot of Planned Parenthoods are like put in like low income areas because they don't want like, you know, immigrants or people of color to reproduce.
Who said this?
Something, I think, what was it? This is like Kanye or some shit. Or like
I think it was
Kanye.
Harrison's mom that said this.
Harrison,
actually.
yeah, my mom said that to me.
Dude, honestly, didn't you say you don't smoke weed because you get paranoid?
Yeah.
Didn't you say like you're...
No, I don't want to bring that up.
Okay.
Because you know.
But when you said like... It's
not right.
Like, you know, you smoke a lot of weed. I was like, how much is a lot of weed to you? You're like, ounces. I was like, oh, I guess I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
I didn't know that like ounces was like an amount to...
I mean, yeah, I remember like when I first started smoking, it was like, what was it? I got like eighths, and then it was like halves, and then I got to ounces. I was buying like 2 ounces on 420. I was like, this is getting out of control.
Like 4:20 p.m. every day?
No, just like on like holidays.
So
and
once a
shit
year
like
you'd
that.
have a weed holiday.
I'd just ball out. Like
So you were in on the weed
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah,
and you just didn't like it anymore?
one, I got in an accident, and then again I got like paranoid, and then I get drug tested for my work. So
Oh, really?
that sucks. Yeah.
Did your girlfriend like that you smoked weed?
No, she smoked.
You had a girlfriend?
I still do.
You still have a girlfriend?
Do you find
This
this?
has never come up before. I think we should... I want to dive into this. I think
Yeah.
I'm not alone. I didn't know you were
Yeah.
happily conjoined with someone else.
Yeah.
Tell me all about her.
She's a wonderful woman. What's going on right now? She got real sick from last night, so I had to like take care of her, and I made
What
her.
do you mean? Like she got sick because you took care of her? Or
No,
like,
no. She
Like
she had a
morning-
little,
like
she had a
morning
little-
sickness?
She had a little too much to drink. Okay, and you know I did the right thing.
When
by
was
making
this?
her breakfast like earlier today.
and this is Saturday afternoon.
No, Saturday afternoon. This is Friday. Friday night we were out and about. You know,
I was
St.
like,
Patty's Day.
if she's out drinking Saturday morning, I think that might be a huge sign where this is going.
No. It was we went out and she got a little sick.
Well, you went out. Where'd you guys go?
We went to places. Can you believe this? We went to like this sushi place for a little bit. Had some drinks there while her friends ate, or while our friends.
Oh wait, so you went with like other people?
Yeah. I went with other people.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this was like
Yeah.
is this like a group date
Yeah,
thing?
this is like a group hangout. Yeah.
And that sounds so corporate.
What do you mean?
Just sounds
Well,
so...
there are people that I know. You know.
What do you guys do for fun?
We're just
Why are you
catching up.
nervous talking about what you're doing for fun? Now's the time to come out that you have a heroin addiction. And that you don't actually have a
You know,
girlfriend.
heroin would be way better in this conversation right now. So
He's like, let's come and talk about Big Pharma. Speaking of your drug addiction,
what was one of the first drugs that you were like prescribed as a kid? That's what I want
prescribed?
to- Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get prescribed meds for like mental stuff until I was in the army. They gave me a shit ton of Adderall.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was just undiagnosed depression. You know, depression has a lot of symptoms that make you irritable or less prone to focusing well.
Yeah.
So,
Wow. That's it? The army was like, hey, you're sad. Have some Adderall.
no, I
Much on
started
that.
noticing problems like mood swings and stuff like that,
Ooh.
and lack of sleep and lack
do
of
it.
able to focus. So I went, and they think that I had ADHD, so they just gave me pretty much
I bet you didn't eat at all.
didn't, dude. I was
And
I
did
was
your
at
dick
like
work? Probably not. If you
oh,
take
it
an Adderall.
worked.
When you were on Adderall?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh fuck no. I couldn't. I was on Ritalin antidepressants, and I
Antidepressants make it hard too.
was afraid. I was like afraid to fuck until I was like 18 because I was on antidepressants and shit.
That's the sin against humanity by Big Pharma. They make drugs that make it hard to come.
Yeah.
That should be our gripe. Why are you trying to make us not come, Pharma?
Yeah. You know why porn? Yeah, and
Right.
makes me so it grinds my
I would
gears.
love to see like a class action lawsuit, man, just as a joke. Just someone just start it and just be like, you're literally limiting our ability to come. You're taking something away from us.
You know why?
That'd be fun to
You
see
know
go
what?
to court
We need
as
like a
joke.
we need like a jive like my cousin Vinny lawyer in a courtroom. He's like, you're getting a call. He's like, Your Honor, my client has not ejaculated in over 8 months.
Yeah, dude.
This is a crime against
imagine
humanity.
How funny that fucking lawyer would be. Just
Good
any. I
question.
would want
Like the lawyer from
transcripts.
Seinfeld.
I want to know what race that lawyer that you just made was, by the way. I just
Your Honor, my
I was
clients
curious
can't
about
come.
the race of the lawyer.
You wanna
that
know the
just-
Pacific Islander. All right, buddy. They're from Tonga. Trying to fucking get me on like race baiting things. It's like, this is not an alt-right podcast, okay? Make that very clear.
I mean,
Look
not-
in the camera.
I mean, not yet. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, right?
I'm not a
I
daily
could say something so bad right now, and it would
You
just
could, please
it would
do.
just label this as like, oh, that
dog
one
whistle?
racist podcast.
Stand by and stand down.
We're one decision away, you know, at all times. Just one decision away from being alt right
no.
or alt left. We have
True.
no idea where we're going to end up.
True, dude.
What are your
Are
politics?
we in the Matrix?
there is one minority in the room, so I think that
of
that
course.
keeps you know,
What's a
someone
minority
say.
right now? What,
A person, Arturo is a strong person of color.
Yeah, I moved to this country, you know.
what about
so.
Durham? Didn't you say Durham was 55% non-minority?
No, it's 50. It's I'm pretty sure it's like 50. It's pretty half and half.
Half and half, but 55 seems like it puts them in the majority.
I think
doesn't
so.
it? Just be messy
Yeah,
with you.
I'm really easy to troll. I know that about
you
me.
really?
I think so. I'm
I'm
pretty
going to
gullible.
take full advantage of
I
that
know.
on this podcast.
I know. It's because
Right
I
now.
trust you. Take advantage of my trust, please, RJ.
Trust. Okay, let's talk about trust. You want to talk about trust? Do you trust me enough to talk about trust with you? Do you?
Yes, RJ, I trust
Okay,
you enough.
Good. I'm flattered that you're comfortable enough. All right. Thank
This
you for
sarcasm,
trusting me. Thank
of
you for
course.
trusting me. I will cherish your trust. So why don't you trust anyone?
I don't know, man. I think it's just some paranoid. I think it comes from. I think it's a Jewish trait to be neurotic and untrustworthy.
Why do you always got to go to the Jew thing?
Because this is Jew Anon, baby. One.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If point A, yeah, exhibit
Yeah.
A, the name of this podcast. Yeah, like why does it gotta be a thing that you just land on? often?
RJ, would you say
Why are you playing the card?
from
Yeah.
your interactions?
No.
Why am I playing the card? Yeah, tell me why I'm playing the card.
Arturo was speaking.
Yeah,
What-
Because I tell Andy all the time that there's two things that you can be sure Harrison will bring up just casually every time.
Yeah.
Something about being Jewish
Yeah.
and something about pornography.
Because it's wrong. It's haram.
You got two things
It's
that you're
wrong.
stuck on: Jewish porno. Have you ever typed in Jewish porno? in
Why
a
would I just
search?
watch pennies in a circle, dude? Why do I need to watch a cash register go
What would Jewish
back and forth?
porn look like? What gets Jews off?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta cut that. You gotta cut that. You gotta cut that. You gotta cut
And you're like, I
that.
wonder what this is. See,
Sorry.
I just want to know why you always gotta, why does it always land in that
Yeah.
circle? Those two circles is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
it's
I
pretty-
think it's, you know what? I think it's funny, and I gotta stop doing this. I think it's funny to demonize my own people.
to demonize your own people.
Yeah. I think I demonize Jews a lot. I gotta stop doing it.
Like as
for,
a
for
joke?
comedy.
Are
Yeah,
you
for
doing
joke.
it like as a
I
joke?
think it's a low. I've heard a lot of bookers say, "Oh, Harrison, that's low hanging fruit. That's why we don't book you."
Do you remember when you said you trusted me?
Baby, I trust you.
I'm gonna go ahead and say what you just said. Maybe there's something there that you might need to pay attention.
I should psychologically analyze
the
myself
need
more.
to demonize your own people. There's some Freudian shit going on in there.
Yeah, there is for sure.
Yeah. Do you have like shame? Are you embarrassed about who you are?
Maybe he's honoring his father and his mother by mentioning two traits that
I'm also
that are anchored, to the personality that you painted about.
I'm also
them.
still in touch with my community. Like I
What
still
do
go
you-
to Chabad. Dude, I practice
Is
Shabbat,
it the
Shabbos
Jewish,
once a month.
Jewish community.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I practice Shabbat once a month. You know what Shabbat is?
it's a Jewish thing.
Yeah, it is.
That's the extent of my gives a fuck. I mean,
All right,
go
listen,
on, tell me
Goyim.
about what is a goyim?
Goyim is like y'all. It's like Gentiles. It's like you know how black people say cracker? Well, we have Gentiles.
Arturo, you know what I noticed? Every time he goes to the Jewish thing,
It's
it's
black.
hard to get out of the Jewish thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a sticky
It is.
landing.
It's like a fly
And it's
trap,
like,
dude.
It is like a fly trap. Like
Yeah.
we gotta wade through some weird shit.
And then
to get
he's
out of
using
this.
language like I think he just called you
Goy.
the Jewish N-word right in front of
Goy
your
is
face.
the Jewish N-word. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the non-chosen.
We call your food goy
Yeah.
slop as well.
It's the N-word of the Jews.
Yeah, it's like anybody.
Well, no, the
that's-
K word is that for us.
Anybody that's not Jewish is called. They
what
call it
kike?
a goy.
Kike.
Yeah,
It's too close to dyke. You know,
it is too close to Dyke,
it's way too close.
but
to
it's not.
dyke.
It's not as flashy
I'm gonna
as
have to leave
as
that
the
for it to go
Kramer
on
word.
YouTube.
You know, I know it's demonetized for sure. We're way past that.
How funny would it be? to just-
Patreon only.
It'd be so funny to do a podcast and just talk about shit where like they're like, we can't air any of what you just said.
Yeah,
Like we would get what was it, demonetized?
yeah, deplatformed.
Deplatformed?
Yeah,
How funny is that?
to be deplatformed.
You can do something and the powers that be like, fuck this guy, and they just
Yeah.
erase you from all
Yeah, it's the Matrix, baby.
you said that like it's showbiz, baby, but you're like, it's the Matrix, baby.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I've never seen the Matrix.
You haven't?
I want to. I haven't seen a lot of movies.
I think there's books, Simulacra and Simulation.
Okay.
I think that the Matrix movies were actually made about. It's a philosophy, but yeah.
Yeah, you're into philosophy. You're a philosophical dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. I feel-
What's philosophy?
fucking I don't. It's the what analyzing life, the study of life, right?
And everything beyond that, yeah.
Okay. Philo is life, or what are the Greek roots to it, or the Latin roots to philosophy?
Probably something gay, but
Okay. Sex with boys, sex
I
with
think
Greek
it's
child
phi-
boys.
I think it's Philos and Sophos, right? I think it's two different things.
eros, ethos,
Yeah, it's like hedonism, 1999.
hedonism. Interesting. Is that a big enough fucking water bottle you got there? You get dehydrated on the Jew Anon contest? Podcast?
It's the big water bottle, dude.
Are you a
it's the
gym?
big
Are you
cup.
a gym bro now?
Trying to be. I'm a little bit of a gym. I've always kind of.
Welcome to the club, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's nice to have you.
Yeah, dude.
But just so you know, I like to demonize my own
Yeah, of
people, the
course.
gym bros.
Yeah.
Probably the most retarded but
It
most
is.
fun persona.
Yeah. You don't seem like a seed oils guy. You seem like you're very anti.
Oh, very carnivore
Yeah.
based.
You seem like you sun your genitals.
I sun my genitals.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
Let's talk about that. So you just pretty much dick slapped me with some information that I didn't know
Really?
I would ever have to talk about. But I think this is the perfect place to do it.
Yeah.
Tell us about your knowledge of what the term sunning your genitals is and your experiences and takeaways with that.
Okay. I've talked about this before on a podcast. I've
Be
done
specific.
it once. It's supposed to like boost your testosterone or something like
What
that.
is?
Sunning your genitals.
Sunning wow.
Yeah, because they never see sun. So, but you're not supposed to like flash people. You're supposed to like have your own reclusive place to like.
Sounds like some very profound medical advice. Like,
But it's
the last
like
time
eating-
your,
it's like
your
eating
junk has seen the sun.
I don't know. There has to be
Imagine
some,
how many people.
Dude,
you know what some dude was
I'm so
probably
stupid.
doing? It was probably some doctor drunk at a party going, I bet you I can start something that would make people get their private sunburns. And I'd make it like a fun thing to do.
Oh, no.
And they call it sunning the genitals. And imagine how many people like
Well,
sun too much.
All right. If I'm wrong,
Imagine
yes.
like a ginger trying to sun his package. That thing would be overcooked. You can't put them in the sun for that long.
You can't. No, I'm talking like maybe for like 30
Gingers
minutes.
are allergic to the sun. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's the science that I read.
Yeah. You live science, dude.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So there's got to be something about signing your genitals. But if I'm wrong about that, I'm definitely not wrong about seed oils. I know that for a fact.
Seed oils are literally in everything. So in order to like not eat seed oils, you have to pretty much just eat meat and meat.
No, you can cook
With a
vegetables
little
in
bit of,
olive
like,
oil.
eggs,
Olive
which
oil.
is like pre-meat.
Olive oil and
meat.
butter, dude.
Oh yeah, butters and fats. Yeah, there you go.
So not completely everything, dude.
You'd be surprised what they put that in.
Yeah. It's banned in certain parts of Europe, I believe. There are certain countries that have banned like seed oils.
Have you seen the lists of all the foods that are illegal in
No.
other countries, like
No.
the food from the United States?
No, what?
I remember seeing somewhere on the internet the most trustworthy place for information. They're like, this is happening. And I'm like, no fucking way. And then I looked, and there was like lists of like all these foods or
What
like
was
all
it?
things different like brands that were just banned in other countries. I have access to the
Yeah, of
world's
course. Yeah,
information
yeah,
right
yeah.
here to look it up, but
Yeah.
like I'm not too confident in like the
Yeah.
number. I just remember that being the topic.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess
If
I don't
you're
read
telling me like
science.
gushers are illegal in like England, I'll be like, what?
That's blasphemous.
Yeah.
Those
You love
raised
gushers?
me. I loved those things as a kid.
Gushers, fruit by the foot, anything that got stuck to your teeth and gave you cavities was really good. But also, terrible.
I have a question for y'all. Since y'all are talking about pharma,
Yeah, we gotta get back to
is the
that.
fact that Gen
to
Z
avoid
is all over therapy just another way for the medical vertical to just extract more money from people?
Oh, you mean therapy is?
Yeah, all of a
Yeah,
sudden it's
yeah,
like hot on everybody.
I kind of
everybody's
believe it.
radar, you know?
I've had therapists like, oh, by the way, you owe us like $400. And I'm like, oh, you're telling us that in our fourth session that my insurance didn't take?
Therapy to me is starting to seem more like a cult to me.
Yeah,
It's more and
it
more
is.
culty.
Yeah.
Mostly because people in therapy always try to recruit people to go to therapy. It's like they're so adamant to just bring it up.
is the
Kind of
new
like how
cult.
you always talk about being Jewish.
Oh yeah, Judaism is a cult. Every religion's a cult. You're right.
Yeah. But like, going to therapy, that's the new religion. Like that's the new cult.
Who's more
It's like-
annoying? Somebody that tries to get you to go to therapy or a Jehovah's
And
Witness?
Or church,
They
or
think they're
church.
so sneaky when they do it. You could be like, dude, I'm so hungry. And they'd look at you and be like, I remember I was once hungry.
Yeah.
And you know what helped me? Therapy. And you're like, Jesus Christ. I don't
Okay.
want to go to your witch doctor.
Yeah.
So fuck, marry, kill. Somebody that tries to get you to go to therapy, Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses.
Mormons fuck, bro.
Mormons
Mormons
fuck a
fuck.
lot, dude. Dude,
Mor-
if
Wow.
I in the next life, I hope I'm Mormon,
Yeah, they don't have a population problem. Trust me.
dude. But have you heard of the
Have you
Provo
been to
Soak?
Mormontown or Utah?
I know about Mormontown. I like that. Mormon Israel.
Mormontown just sounds like a place where Mormons would live. It just sounds so bland.
Yeah. They're interesting because have you heard of the Provo Soak?
The soak?
Yeah.
Everyone's heard about the
Yeah,
soak,
where
bro.
someone
I-
jumps on the bed.
I've seen so many jokes about the soak.
I know.
It's so watered down.
Imagine using like a pogo stick, like or something. I'm sorry.
So I've honestly been having so much fun avoiding talking about pharma. Should we bring up pharma so I can get away from it again? What's your favorite pharma?
pharmaceutical drug?
Sure.
What was the best one today? You know what? I hate to say it because I work like physical labor jobs.
Wow. Blue collar hard worker.
Fuck you.
Fucking foundation.
I take a lot of muscle
America.
relaxers.
You take
I
muscle
borrow
relaxers.
muscle relaxers from friends. How about that? With beer.
Of course, only Jews would be like, "Can I borrow this drug?" Like they're gonna take it. Like you're not gonna get it back.
I'm not gonna go to a doctor.
Let me just
no,
borrow
I'm
this
not.
drug.
I'm not like, hey, do you have a couple of muscle relaxers left? And they're like, yeah. And I'm
Tell
like,
me more about your labor.
it's just,
Tell me about your job. Bro.
I work
Let's
in-
get personal.
You want me to give you my address too,
Did
where I
you
live? want my credit card number too, asshole?
Just your last four. You said you work a labor job?
Yeah, I do. I work in transportation logistics.
Transportation logistics.
Yeah.
There's a lot of math that goes into that. Are you on that side or are you on the labor side?
A little bit of both.
Interesting.
A little bit of both, man.
Do you care to go into more detail?
Yeah, I
We're gonna get him fired on this episode. By the way, we're just gonna find out where he works.
So, all right, I'm gonna.
His girlfriend already wants him to quit his
yeah,
job.
my
He
girlfriend already
doesn't
wants me
need
to
our
quit.
help, you know?
How funny would it be if we discovered that he just doesn't have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend. I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
I'm not Jewish.
That'd be funny as hell.
I'm a heroin addict.
That would
yeah.
be a Scooby Doo episode. I want
know.
to say they'd rip the fucking veil off and be
Yeah.
like, "You're not Jewish."
Yeah.
All the pictures of Caitlin are actually AI generated. And Caitlin's your cat, you know? You're like, hey, Caitlin, gotta get
Oh
home.
man.
How
So
long have you been with your girlfriend? What's her name?
want to know our blood type and hair color too? We've been together for about 4 years, coming up in July.
What's her IG handle, bro?
You know what? Are we Facebook friends? You'll find it.
I don't know. I have no idea. Social media is just a place for me to talk
It's a
shit.
place. I know, dude. You don't. Yeah, we'll do this all later, dude. I'm not trying to give out my girlfriend's personal information on here. I'm trying to be a decent enough partner.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the real Harrison right here.
He's
Just the defeated,
prying me so hard,
outnumbered.
dude.
All right, fine. We don't have to talk
Yeah,
about
I don't know what you want. I was about to talk about my fucking job, and then you're like, "What's your girlfriend?" I was about to go into my job.
Well, the only way I'd get you to talk about your job is to get you to refuse to talk about something a little
You
bit
wanna know
more
my
personal.
schedule too, so you
now
can
we're
try
gonna
to
get
fuck
the
my
full
girlfriend? You want that
job
as well?
description.
You want to know my schedule too, so you can try to break into my house and steal my shit?
Hey, do you
What?
remember when you said you trusted me? Do you remember that?
I do.
Do you remember
and
that
I regret
feeling?
that.
Do you remember that feeling? Get there.
Get there?
again. Yeah.
Oh
Let's
man,
reset.
you know what? You sound like a therapist / youth pastor. I like this vibe.
a therapist,
Slash like
youth pastor.
Sal, yeah, you give off youth pastor with the spiky hair for sure.
The spiky hair.
Yeah, the spiky hair, the dyed hair.
My hair grows like a Dragon Ball Z fro, man.
Hell
It
yeah.
takes a lot to tame this.
Have you seen Uncut Gems?
Yeah, man.
Not Uncut Gems. What's
Yeah,
that?
the Adam
The
Sandler.
Righteous Gemstones, but that's also a good movie.
Uncut Gems was just a giant anxiety attack.
It is.
It was insane how they held tension for that long in a film. It was. Ugh.
That was basically like seeing my uncle in real time lose money.
Like that's like an emotionally like taxing film to watch. Like to be like.
yeah,
like,
I could never get
running
into
that
sports betting.
Dude, that was insane.
Were you ever a gambler?
No, I never had money to gamble. If I gambled, it would mostly be like on other stuff, like business. Like
Stocks or just business?
no, stocks is just gambling,
Yeah.
right? Probably business.
Yeah. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, you remind me of Adam Devine in The Righteous Gemstones.
Adam Devine
In Righteous Gemstones.
in Righteous Gemstones.
Have you seen him where he's like a youth pastor for teenagers wearing like pre-cut jeans and all that?
I'm googling right now who Adam Devine is.
The guy from Workaholics.
The guy from Workaholics.
Yeah. Am I hitting you with too much information?
I thought Adam Devine was the singer.
No. That's
See, Arturo and I, we're just trying to clarify what you're saying. What's
Is
his
it
name?
Adam Devine? I'm just trying to think.
Once again, the real
Adam
Harrison.
DeMamp?
To look up like one of the guys in Workaholics.
Adam.
Devine. I'm looking this up. I hate that I'm pulling up my phone here. I swear it's gonna be him.
Okay, that dude. Adam Patrick Devine.
Yeah.
What about him?
You look like the guy from Righteous Gemstones.
I look like Adam Devine
because he's
from
got like
Righteous
spiky hair.
Gemstones.
This doesn't fucking matter.
Let's talk about your girlfriend.
Didn't
This doesn't fucking
Freddie
matter.
tell you before you left that it's you keep jumping from shit to shit?
Yeah.
And you miss the context?
Yeah, we're losing people. We got to get back on track.
Can
Big
I
Pharma.
get another
In the
water?
Yeah.
Preferably alkaline, chilled, 2 ice cubes, squeeze lime. Thank you so much.
So I watched this documentary called Oxiana, which is about, actually, we want to talk about a little bit about the political territory. It's the most conservative county. It's Wyoming County in West Virginia. And West Virginia, is a dying coal mining society.
Okay.
So apparently it's like 75% of the county votes is registered Republican, and they all have like the worst OxyContin opioid epidemic in the country. And it's received the nickname Oxiana.
Oxiana.
Yeah.
So that's about the opioid epidemic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Do you know anyone personally that's like suffered from like Oxycontin abuse? Because I think we need to ban that drug. I personally,
opioid.
yeah,
Oof,
that and perks.
The thing that is the double-edged sword to opioids is, yeah, they're addictive. Yeah, they kill a lot of people. But the other side of that coin is they're also very effective for killing pain, and chronic pain is something that a lot of people suffer from.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who go into addiction because they'd have to take those drugs to not be in pain. It's insane how many people are on them just for that.
Do you think
the substance abuse population? No, dude, it's not just that. It's the people who are on their way to that because they're on those things all the time. Do I known anyone with a problem? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I've known a lot of people on them. I mean, one of my best friends died from opioid overdose. Street cred. I'm just kidding. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've had a few friends with problems and that stuff. But then again, what the fuck else is there to do in West Virginia? Remember when I was like, heroin's fun?
Yeah.
It's a lot fun. I guarantee you West Virginia is a lot more fun on heroin than it is without heroin. I mean, how come we can't look at it like that?
Yeah.
Maybe that place just sucks. The only way to tolerate it is to just Jimi Hendrix yourself every fucking day.
Because
have you ever been addicted to anything?
I drink a lot.
You drink a lot. Is it to the point where you like have
I got
side effects if you don't drink?
I shot myself in a recruitment office. That's how I knew it was bad.
Well, how long ago was this?
That was
Please
like
say,
when I was like 18.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that would be funny if it was last week, but no.
Dude, how funny would it be if someone just knew the exact date and time that they last shit their pants?
I don't remember exactly, but
It was February 13th, 2009.
that was the last time you shot your pants?
Me? Oh, recently, within the last 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
I guess I was just really tired. It was when I was just waking up and I sneezed. And
and the look came out?
I don't need to finish. I don't even need to finish that. You already know. Everyone's been there.
In the bed?
No, not in the bed. Sitting
out?
down while I was like taking vitamins. Yeah,
That's some old man shit.
I felt like I was like being healthy, like enjoying my morning routine, and then shit happened, and it was just like
whole day ruined.
Yeah, you can't confidently go about your day after
you have
starting
to shower,
your day by
you have
shitting
to
your
get
pants.
New clothes, yeah. Yeah, that's a restart button for sure. Yeah, that was early in the morning. I'm assuming, or that was in the morning.
I was probably like 9 or 10. Yeah,
that sucks.
Does it?
Yeah, in the morning.
I mean,
I'd rather shit myself at night than in the morning because then my day's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to be embarrassed about your existence for the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's dark out. Like this is the time where accidents happen.
Like you're meeting new people, and you're like, I wonder if
people
they know.
Yeah,
Shit
people
my
can't
pants
see the
this
shame.
morning.
Yeah, like if I shot
You're all
myself.
paranoid. Like they know.
Yeah.
They know I shit my pants this morning. I can tell they know that I shit my pants this
Like
morning.
imagine going in for an interview after that. Like why are you a qualified
Imagine
candidate?
feeling like you're giving off I just shat my pants this morning energy. Like imagine that little anxiety attack, like that paranoia attack.
You know what the thing about like a lot of drugs too is they constipate you. So if you think
Yeah,
about
opioids
it, you
is one
need
of
to get a
them.
drug addiction so you don't shit yourself.
Opioids is actually one of those things that causes your digestive system to slow the hell down.
Yeah, it shuts the hell down.
Yeah, and you get constipated. I mean, there's even drugs for opioid-induced constipation.
Yeah, I eat a lot of.
Stop using opioids.
What keeps you balanced? What do you have for fiber? You seem like a healthy individual. That's why.
You say that I'm healthy, but this guy calls me fat all the time.
I not. Oh,
Like-
come on!
like,
I
it's
have
like-
not called you fat in
Like
a
he
while.
might as well just like start messaging me like, "What's up, fat?" And like just it's like it's
When was the
being
last-
Jewish. It's demonizing his people, and it's calling me fat.
Listen, listen.
What happened?
You know what it's
I
not?
trusted
It's
you.
not talking about his girlfriend.
I trusted you.
That's the off
I'm
limits.
just
I don't
trying
know
to
if
be
you remember
sweet. I'm
when
trying
we
to
were out
respect
on
her
the
privacy,
deck.
dude.
Do you remember when you said you trusted me?
I don't know if you remember when he was talking to you. We were all sitting out there on the deck. He's like, if I was 5'10" and this weight, I would become an incel.
I'd be-
right in front of us. You know, like, should I become an incel?
No,
Harrison?
because I'm 6'5", and you become an incel. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you're like, oh, if I
No.
was 5'10" and this weight, I'd become an incel.
No, you have a wonderful personality and you light up a room. I'm not saying that. I'm not even trying to make a joke out of that. Yeah, you've fried me, dude.
What's that?
You've pried me.
I've pried you?
Yeah, you pried me for information, dude.
We haven't talked about your girlfriend yet.
What do you want to know about my girlfriend? My girlfriend.
Your girlfriend?
My girlfriend.
Is she real?
She's real.
She's real.
She's real. I have a picture of her. Hold on.
Please tell me it's
Does
like
she
an
know
actual
that you have-
printed picture
Yeah.
in your wallet, or is it in your phone?
Does she know that you have friends that are minorities?
Yes. She actually wants to push for that more. Actually, she thinks I'm a little too racist. I think.
Did you meet her at Temple?
No, she's not Jewish. Actually,
She's not.
she's a shiksa. Yeah,
She's a what?
I'm about to culture you, my man. Shiksa means just
strapping
not
in.
Jewish.
Have you ever heard this term?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they have names for all of us that are not Jewish.
Yeah, we have our own fucking language, dude. We have our own dialect.
They really are a community, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the red lizards, dude. We shapeshift, dude.
Oh man, that's a fun conspiracy.
I don't know if I believe. I would like to meet a lizard person.
Harrison, do Jewish people have do they use the racist slang words behind closed doors, or do they have special Jewish racist slang words for like
my generation?
Mexicans
My
and,
generation,
you know?
in terms of Jews, or they're more secularized, or if the ones that aren't, they don't. I haven't met the real racist ones yet.
Well, tell me, what's the Jewish word for wetback? You know,
I don't know it yet. I should look
you
up
guys
what they
have
closest
your
name.
own hate speech.
Yeah, we have our own hate speech.
That's what makes a community a community. I
Yeah,
think.
it does.
Once you have hate speech for other groups,
Yeah,
it gels you together.
it does. For
This
sure.
racist episode brought to you by Big Pharma.
Brought to you by what's another Moderna. There you go.
Oh,
I'm just
good
naming.
one, yeah.
I'm name dropping now.
There you go. Let's just go ahead and shout out all the giant money grabbing
Yeah,
corporations.
Pfizer,
And they'll be like,
Moderna.
if they have a problem with
Johnson
anything they said,
Johnson?
they can pay for us to not say it,
yeah,
just like everyone else.
yeah. Oh, we want to be by that. Dude, do you want to sell out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
100%. As soon
What
as
would be your first
possible
thing?
so I can get on with my life.
What's the first thing you're gonna buy with all your sellout money?
A new identity? Yeah, I would just
What do you change your name to?
I would fall off the grid. Like that's the first thing I would do. Is
You
if
fall
I
off the
have the
grid?
resources to not rely on anyone, I'm going to fall off the grid.
You're gonna go Kaczynski?
Ted?
Yeah.
Like out in the woods?
Yeah.
No, I think I like islands and beaches a little bit better.
You're an island boy.
Don't ever fucking put those. Don't ever ask me that question ever again. Knowing what the hell is out there on the internet. The island. Oh, God.
Yeah, you've seen them. I know you have, dude.
I feel like someone's intentionally making dumb people famous.
Yeah.
Have you ever got? There's a conspiracy. Has anyone ever thought that there's a reason why these people are being shined on, like the spotlights on these people, and they're making millions of dollars? Like, do you think that people somewhere are incentivizing the masses to be a dumbass by making dumbasses celebrities?
Yeah.
And incentivizing
It's
them
controlling
being a dumbass.
opposition.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like stupidity
They're pawns.
is monetized.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can monetize stupidity.
I bet with all the data engineers on that, dude. Okay, we want to talk about conspiracies. Have you ever read "Behold a Pale Horse" by Bill Cooper?
No.
Holy shit. Okay, Bill Cooper is a dude who was in the naval intelligence, and he went and he was like the father of conspiracy theories.
Okay.
But he would always have like documents and stuff to like back up his claims. He predicted 9/11.
What?
Yeah. So there's this thing that this guy talks about in his book called economic shock testing. And he said that there are people who work for the government that have every single bit of data they need. And they do these things called economic shock tests where they control the price of one commodity. And then they can document the reactions of the economy to that. And it got to the point where they would have so much data and they were so detailed that if you saw this commercial by then, they would have percentage of confidence that you would buy Advil within a week or something like that.
Wow.
So like they have all these different hands on the economy, and they have all these different hands on commodities, and they can affect the price of things. And when they affect the price of things, they know the effect that it has on the population in scary detail.
You talk about price and economics a lot. I heard a little bit about the stock price of like United Airlines, and all the airlines were like at such a low stake, and then 9/11 happened.
Yeah, I remember I was in doing math class in 9th grade.
Wow.
And they did this thing where they wanted to do they like gave us fake money to invest in the stock market, and then we would calculate what stocks we're doing.
On 9/11, they gave you that?
I invested all of my money, the fake money that they gave me, into airlines, and I made a shit ton of money because there was only a matter of time before everyone would have to travel again. You know, like those things tanked and they were super cheap.
Is there like I wonder how much like TSA gets paid, or there's like a public corporation that like funds them or is associated with.
Sometimes I'm just tempted to like try and apply to be a TSA agent just to be a cool one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
someone was like, "Oh, you got this on? Go ahead,
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
fuck out of here."
Harrison,
Oh,
do you wish you had been like in like high school and seen 9/11 happen live?
Where were you when 9/11 happened? I remember exactly where I was.
I can tell you where I was. I was 3 years old. I was in the Mossad.
Shut the fuck up. You don't fuck with the Mossad. That's a well-known fact.
I almost dipped my toes in it, buddy.
Did you really? Oh, you almost went to Israeli Defense Forces,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, going in the military is gay. I'm just kidding. I did 6 years.
Hell yeah, dude. Was it straight up Army, or did you go like National Guard or Marines at all? Did you hit any other branches?
No, just Army.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have been a pilot like my grandpa and my uncle, but I don't fit in a cockpit. So,
Okay.
yeah. I decided to go with
Were
Army.
you deployed or stationed in?
Wasn't deployed stationed anywhere. I mean, I was literally in the Army training and going to school the entire time. Like they were training me for stuff. So I was in like ROTC, and that ROTC was like...
You were an ROTC kid?
I went to New Mexico Military Institute.
Oh,
They
okay.
have this program. It's a junior college, but it's a boarding military junior college in Roswell, New Mexico. And they have like a program there. It's called ECP, Early Commissioning Program. And you commission as a second lieutenant in 2 years rather than 4. And you do so by going to some camp called Leadership Training Course, LTC. I think it's at Fort Knox or something like that.
Okay.
So I was in those programs, like those kinds of programs, but I was contracted. Like I was in the Army. Like I had like, training, and, I even went to West Point for 4 years. So
I have a question for you. Do you know about Project Bluebeam?
the theory that the government is going to do some kind of trick where they're going to make people believe that aliens are invading so that they can take over and be in control of everything. You mean that Project Bluebeam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. What do you want to talk about? Huge ufology nerd, by the way. Anything that has to do with space or aliens or anything like that, I'm a fan of.
Okay.
But I want to talk about your girlfriend. Let's talk about...
Damn it, dude. I did. Oh my god, dude. I feel like I'm like encompassing on like some groundbreaking news, and then
I
he's
just
like
want to know.
cuts me
We
off.
don't have to talk about her. I just want to know why you don't want to talk about her.
No, I'm fine with. You know what? I think I've had her on like once or twice, like before,
What do you mean you had her on?
like on the podcast.
oh,
But
oh.
yeah. What do you want to know, dude?
I just want to know why you don't want to talk about the love of your life.
I love her so much, but
you
like,
really?
what do we? I wanted to make this about Big Pharma, but you're making this about my girlfriend.
It's not about your girlfriend. It's about why you don't want to talk about your girlfriend.
I just don't want to. Is that fair? Like, I love you, Caitlin. If you're listening to I don't think she's gotten this
Also,
far.
her name's Caitlin.
Yeah,
See, we're
Caitlin.
literally. It's like
Yeah.
we're ice sculpting right now. We're just chiseling away.
What
She
else
just
you wanna know
subscribed to the
besides-
channel,
And
so
he's
maybe
also
she'll watch
melting
it.
at the same time. So her name was. What was her name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Caitlin. He doesn't want to talk about you.
Caitlin, I love you, and I'm not. I'm respecting our privacy. You know what? I should be more public. Do you want me to tell you my address as well, my social?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was the last time you gave Caitlin an orgasm? Is what I'm just kidding.
Let me ask you this: are you in love with Caitlin, or
I'm in love.
are you addicted to pussy?
I'm in love.
That sounds like someone who's addicted to pussy would say.
Did
No,
you
I'm in
already
love.
buy?
I'm in
Did
love.
you already
Yeah, that
buy the
sounds
ring?
like-
What?
Did you already buy the ring you were gonna give her?
No.
Oh shit! How long have you been? What's her name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
How long have you been with Caitlin?
4 years.
Caitlin. 4 years.
Yeah.
What's keeping you from making the next move?
Oh man.
Right? I mean,
You know what? Honestly, God,
I mean, yeah, it's gonna
financially,
be. Oh, okay.
financial.
If he goes back to being a Jew here, I swear to God, I'm going to walk off this podcast.
No,
right
but
now.
it's because I want to have like an extravagant wedding. I want to be able to have a family with
wow.
her.
Oh, wow.
I want to have a family with her.
And what's her name again?
My name or her name?
Her name.
Her name is Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yes.
4 years.
4
Okay.
years. What is his deal, man? He wants to. Why do you want to get to know me so bad,
I'm
dude?
just like playing with you right now.
I don't like this at all,
hey,
dude.
do you remember when you said you trusted me?
I don't know why I still do. Jesus.
So you're Jewish. Tell us more about your
About what? About how I control the weather?
about your community and your hate speech for other groups of people.
Okay, I want to find out if there's a slur. Well, we'll find out off the air if there's a slur for Hispanic people in Hebrew or in Yiddish, because there's 2 languages Jews know.
Oh, okay. So you guys have to know 3 languages: English, Yiddish, and what was the other one?
Well, here's the thing: the super religious ones, because like I have family that's super religious and shit. They come from like they only speak Hebrew, or they only speak Hebrew, and the men speak English to get around. The women only stay at home and shit and like cook and clean, like what and like the.
And what's your girlfriend's name?
Caitlin. Why are you asking this more? I'm trying to. You're getting me off my fucking mind right here, dude. You're really, dude. My ADHD is intensifying so much
can you
right
tell
now.
how much fun I'm having on this podcast right now? I'm having so much fun.
It's so fun because it's like
Caitlin,
Gen C does not know how to get it past those. He's like, I don't know. I do not have the answer in the book on how to react to this kind of interaction.
The woman in Judaism, though, like usually in like
define woman.
Like Orthodox?
Let's do that. Define woman.
What is a woman?
Yeah.
You're not
Go
doing
ahead,
this to me.
compromise yourself. Have an opinion that's accurate.
I have an opinion that's accurate. What do you want me to say? What is a woman?
Opinion
You want me to
that
Matt Walsh
contradicts
myself?
the popular narrative. Please,
You want-
cancel yourself. Let's go.
I've been canceled, dude.
What do you mean you've been canceled?
Dude.
I wish someone would cancel me. I could use the publicity. People are like, this motherfucker can't speak, but they'd be like, who's this motherfucker?
Oh, so it's the who's this? Because I'm always still worried about like they don't like me, but then they're gonna be like, why don't we like me, or why don't they like him?
Do you remember when you said you trusted me?
I trust you, baby.
I think there's something there in what you just said.
Yeah.
You know? What did you just say?
Why don't they like? I question the why a lot.
Why?
I get insecure. I think it's the blanket of insecurity I have.
You have a blanket of insecurity.
I do.
Caitlin, this is... I'm just kidding.
You're looking right in the. What do you want to say to Caitlin?
Caitlin, he has a blanket of insecurity that you need to be tender with. Do you want to talk about that? You want to talk about your
I
blanket
hate
of
it.
insecurity?
Sure, man.
What
I'll
are you,
tell you
what
why
are
I'm
you-
insecure.
let's talk about some fun stuff. What are you most insecure about?
This is like a therapy session, dude.
What's your biggest insecurity? Let's just let's just be brave.
I'm white trash.
You think you're white trash?
I'm pretty white trash. I don't make a lot of money. That's
So
why.
white trash is literally just depicted or dependent on how much money you make.
Kind of, I think.
Because I know some people who are poor, but they are classy as hell. But I also know some rich people who are trashy as hell.
Okay.
Caitlin.
What we're talking here. Caitlin's not in the situation.
We're talking
yeah.
about your biggest insecurity.
That is that I am not like. Well, I've been applying to grad schools. I've been getting rejected. That's been really hurting me recently.
So is your identity invested in what grad schools you go to?
My intelligence.
Your intelligence.
Yeah.
Wow, I think you're smarter than that though.
You think
to
so?
think that is a
Appreciate it.
depiction of someone's intelligence.
Well, I want to get a job, and the job says master's preferred, which really fucking means it's required.
Okay, so you're just doing this to have something on your resume.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
A shiny ornament.
Feels like it, brother.
All right, Godspeed, man. That's gonna be. You're
I
gonna be
feel like
chasing that for a while.
I feel like I've been doing the dance a while, man. You're opening my third eye right now, brother.
Dude, there's nothing stopping you from learning everything you possibly can about what you want to know.
I feel like there's a gate, and I feel like I'm just like, let me in, like Eric Andre in that like fucking.
Yeah, man.
RNC.
I feel like you're trapped in the Matrix right now.
I am trapped in the Matrix.
You know what you should do?
What should I do?
Heroin. This brought to you by Pharma. Big.
All back to that, dude. God,
But Caitlin,
What do you even want to go to grad school for? To
Yeah,
get
what do
more
you-
indoctrinated into the
I want to get
liberal
I wanna-
agenda?
you know what? I want to change my gender 38 times. I don't even want pronouns. That's how progressive I want to become when I go to a university.
I'm not budging on the pronoun thing, man. I was an English
Yeah.
major. You know how I use pronouns? The way the little brown handbook dictates. Yeah, it's called proper English. There's rules.
Yeah, I have a joke that I say that I'm like, you know what? I support all pronouns because fuck everybody else trying to learn English. You know, like
Yeah, oh my
you
God.
want to learn how
no
I say
gender,
El
dude.
Caro, it's ex Caro.
Yeah,
You know,
I've
La
heard that
Casa is
English-
what do you think about
Simpson
Latinx,
Casa,
dude?
You know,
I never asked you. What do you think about Latinx?
any real Latino knows that Latinx shit is for second generation Latin Americans or children of Latin Americans that don't know how to speak or write. the language, so they don't
That's so
understand it.
sad.
Does Caitlin identify as a woman?
Yes, she is a she her. Yes,
She is a she
she her. Yeah, it's a
Wow.
she her.
Wow, that's very non-progressive of you to be
Yeah, I'm
with
very
someone
traditional,
who's just out as a female. Just that's
Yeah, I
so
know.
unprogressive
I know.
of you.
What if
Having
she said
heterosexual sex, that's a problem.
What if she said to you, Harrison, that it's like, Harrison, I think it'd be better for you if you identified as they, them. Would you do it?
You know what? I'm all for state enforced homosexuality.
Like I'm curious. So Harrison said that his biggest insecurity is that he's white trash. Arturo, does he look like white trash?
No, thank you. I appreciate
He doesn't, right? He
Nice.
you
No,
do
no, no.
not.
Put together, thank
like,
you.
I'm being like honest, all joking aside. I genuinely believe that you don't come off as
Thanks,
white
buddy.
trash.
That makes. Thank you. And
But
you don't come on. I wish I could give you a compliment back. You're a very nice guy. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay.
That could be a little neuroticism, though, because Harrison, you literally said in the past, and Andy won't let me lie. It's like, I feel like people think that I'm too much of an intimidating guy. Like I'm too much of an alpha male.
Nah.
And I think that makes people.
I said that. What a
Yeah.
ridiculous thing to say. Not. I don't think I am at all. I think I could be intimidating to like a weak person or like a lot of people treat conversations like chess games, and I'm pretty forward and transparent of who I am. Like I try not to code switch.
Okay. All right. This is the real Harrison, brought to you
Yeah.
by Pharma.
Like I do my pharma. Like I don't go up to certain individuals.
What's your second biggest insecurity?
That's my second biggest.
Look how uncomfortable he looks.
I gotta think. I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking. You don't make enough money.
We can all
or I'm
feel
like-
you. You're okay. So you're insecure about how much money you make.
Yeah.
No. Is that just out of a healthy want of wanting to be able to provide,
Yes.
and you're not there yet?
Yes.
Okay, that's called being in a process of becoming someone. And
Yeah.
It takes time,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
therefore, I don't think it should have any impact on your identity.
Okay.
right?
Cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
right?
23, right?
I'm 24.
You're
24, bro.
only
You're
24.
good. Yeah,
24,
you're fucking
yes, sir.
golden, man.
Dude, I had no idea what the hell I was going to do with my life at 24.
Okay.
You have more than enough time.
Thanks, buddy.
So maybe you should be a little bit nicer to yourself. Do you remember when you said you trusted me? I think that you should be nicer to yourself.
I should be,
Right.
yeah.
So
Where were you at 24, RJ?
I was in the military at 24. I was at West Point, which was like prison for college. Prison as college. Yeah, it wasn't a good
But you
time.
weren't stationed anywhere. That's,
No, I mean, I was stationed at Fort Monmouth, but I was at the West Point Prep School there. I was stationed in Roswell, New Mexico, but that was like the ROTC unit there.
You play any
there were
sports
times
there?
when I was at Fort Knox. There was times when I was at Fort Bragg.
yeah, you were traveling around a lot.
Yeah. Like they put you in a lot of places during training.
Were you playing sports? I don't remember you saying.
I played baseball all through I was varsity baseball, varsity golf, varsity football in high school, and then I just continued with baseball for a little bit when I was at West Point Prep
yeah.
School. And then when it came time to go to like West Point, like it was impossible to get on the team because they already had like so many recruits and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, I think baseball was like my main sport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a catcher. Yeah,
Good knees, nice.
yeah, they are garbage now, but yeah, I've had 3 knee surgeries on my left knee.
For real?
Yeah,
Damn, you got like a metal plate in there or anything like that?
might as well. But it was 3 complete knee reconstructions. Like my first one was a football injury. Second one was when we found out that the first one didn't work, right? And then the third one, the last 2 are actually done by Army doctors, and let's just say they're very ambitious and not the best curriculum to learn how to do that stuff in the Army. I think.
Really?
Yeah, man. It's just I'm pretty sure there's lower standards for someone to be an Army doctor versus like a regular doctor.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Have you seen how government works? It's terrifying. They don't really hire all stars. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a special kind of person to be like after high school to be like, you know what? I don't really know what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to go kill people, I think. Right? You can just do that to pay for school.
Yeah, it's like you only got to pass the ASVAB once. It doesn't matter how many times you failed it,
I guess I'll go help people kill. Like
I
that's
guess
such
I'll
a
go
funny
commit war
concept.
crimes
Like,
overseas. Yeah.
we're so civilized. We're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna go help take over another country real quick. You know, I don't know what else to do with my life.
That's a hilarious level of insecurity, I think.
What's
to
that?
Be, to be so like, I don't know what to do with my life. I guess I should just
Joining the military is a funny concept.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I'm going to go help this murder.
What year
machine
did you
function.
join?
I was 2005 to 2011.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We weren't. No, I'm trying to get any dates right. We were in Afghanistan then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends went there. I had a lot of friends that are still in right now. So,
Damn.
yeah, they're all doing their own thing.
I thought Biden withdrew all of them. No,
How would you know if they weren't?
I don't know.
See,
I don't follow
that's-
the news.
I mean, any news on military occupation is going to be skewed to the media because a lot of it has to be in a classified way, right?
Yeah, I'm a civilian, dude. I don't know shit. I trust the science, dude.
Do you trust the science?
I do. Yeah.
Speaking of science, I'm pretty sure that the military had like the vaccination requirement. What do you think of that?
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so Caitlin's.
I
her
think we
name,
agree too
right?
much on this podcast, and that's why we're like, fuck, I guess we have to change the subject now.
Let's talk about Caitlin.
What do you want to know about her? What do you want to know about her, buddy?
What's her last name? And what's her IG handle? Let's go ahead. Can I see?
Any other questions?
Oh, okay.
Any other questions?
What's your third biggest insecurity?
So did I say my second one already? The
Yeah,
money
it was
thing?
money.
Money.
First one was, what was the first one?
Being white trash. or
Being white trash.
Being ignorant. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can.
Do you remember when you said you trusted me?
I do trust you.
Oh.
Third one. How long have we running for?
We're a little bit over an hour.
Okay. Well, I'll answer this question. We'll try to wrap up.
How long is this fucking shit show?
It's supposed to be an hour.
This is the first time he's asked how long is it after an hour. It's usually, how long is it? It's been 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's when I
So
get
we're just
nervous.
rolling.
Yeah, we've been rolling, baby. Like Limp Bizkit, dude.
Wow. Wow. Bold. Bold.
So my third biggest insecurity. Fucking, what's your insecurity, dude? I
We're
gave you
not
two.
talking about me right now, man. We're talking about you, and that's classic avoiding the question.
I
That's,
don't know.
that
what-
means that you're searching deep right now. Do you remember when you said you trusted me?
I trust you,
Okay,
buddy.
well, I'm going to hold your hand through this
Yeah.
process.
Have you ever heard that you don't answer a question with a question?
I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm not funny enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a cool one because that means that there's a degree of importance that comedy has in your life.
It does.
And that's an interesting concept because not a lot of people can really objectively say this is what humor is, but it's something that Harrison thinks is so important that he's insecure about not being funny enough.
Yeah.
The thing that's supposed to be like the least serious thing, laughter. You hope you have like a third biggest insecurity about.
Yeah. Because I've done this for like 5 years.
Done what?
Stand up.
You've been doing stand up for 5 years. You know, stand up's like one of the only careers where it's like if you do everything correct for 20 years, all the things that you know you're supposed to be doing for 20 years, then your career starts. And it's like a wave you got to catch and you got to ride.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people have been doing this shit for 15 years and they're probably right where you are.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone gets better at a different pace.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that's like I think it's a long game.
Yeah, I don't want to rush it. I just want to like still be able to do it, you know?
Yeah. I think if you work at it, you'll be funny because you're not funny right now.
I know.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know,
I'm just
yeah.
kidding, dude.
I
that
know.
was your third biggest insecurity. I'm just trying to break some ice real
know,
quick.
you're
I'm just trying to get a reaction. No, you're funny, bro. You're
Thank
funny.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know,
You had a really funny racist joke that I remember that I told you like that was
what was
gold.
Was it the
No, I think it was. Yeah, you said
I
it
forget.
was about the top. I posted something about maybe like about Chinese people eating dogs,
Yeah.
and then you chimed in with a random instant like Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
This guy randomly messages me some weird shit, dude. At the most like weird time. Yeah, you're like, why are you alive right now? He's he just said, I think it was like, I posted something about like maybe a joke about, certain Asian people eating dogs. And he goes, how funny would it be if pit bulls tasted like Newports? And
that's what
I
it
thought
was.
that was a funny joke, but I'm like, dude, I can't say that joke. That's a good joke, but I can't say it. So you are funny, bro. You are
Thank you,
funny.
thank
Maybe
you,
maybe the world's just not ready for you yet, baby. You know?
I think so. I like the. You know what it is? I want people to know like there's like no like maliciousness. I'm very chaotic. Like
I can tell.
I kind of punch everywhere.
I can tell.
You know?
Yeah.
I want to keep people on their toes with me.
It's
Like
24-year-olds these days,
Yeah.
dude. Arturo,
sure.
how old are you? I'm 38. See, dude, I'm Arturo's age.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the young buck.
I
dude.
am.
No,
dude.
and it's funny because when he said, he's like, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm like, you started getting to know yourself 5
Yeah.
years ago
Yeah.
at 18.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
like,
I'm just trying to be really good at being myself at anyone else. And
It's a
that's
dangerous game.
very hard to do.
It's a dangerous game.
It's hard to do, buddy.
Man. What's your fourth biggest insecurity?
Fuck, dude. I'm not. Stop making me think about this, dude. This is overwhelming. I just got to the third one, dude.
All right, fine. Let's talk
Can we
about
close
Caitlyn.
it out?
Let's talk about Caitlyn if you don't want to talk about your fourth biggest insecurity.
Where can people find you, RJ?
I don't want people to find me. I don't want people to find
Don't
me.
you have a
especially
show
after
coming
this
up, RJ?
conversation. Yeah, I do.
Where can people call in bomb threats?
No one knows. No one knows. I do have a show on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good. It's a good lineup.
Yeah, it's a really good lineup.
It's a good lineup.
Yeah. Mostly because you're not on it.
I know.
I shouldn't be mean. I shouldn't be mean. That's his third most insecure thing.
No, it's
I feel like
good.
if I bully you about it,
Yeah.
like you'll get over
get better
it.
at it. Yeah, I'll have
Yeah.
to get over it.
I think
yeah.
bullying
not care
works
about
in that
people.
sense. Oh, you have an insecurity? Let me exploit the shit out of it to the point where you're just desensitized about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Because I'm always worried of like, oh, what does the booker think? Oh, what does this person think?
yeah, that's what they call exposure therapy, right? Like,
Yeah,
you just, you
yeah.
know?
It's like like
You're afraid of
the way
sex.
the way
Yeah.
dads used to make their sons quit smoking cigarettes. They
Make
just
them smoke
make
the
them
whole
eat
pack.
the whole pack of
Yeah.
cigarettes.
Never do that with heroin. And we come back to the whole fucking circle.
How funny
again.
would it be if that worked?
Well, your kid would just
You're
die.
addicted to heroin. You know what you need to do? More heroin. That's the only way to get out of this.
That was one of my first jokes.
That's probably like
starting
the mindset of an addict.
That
Like,
is a
I'm
good-
addicted to heroin. You know what I need to get over this though? I'm
More
gonna need more heroin to get over this.
out. It's like being a sex addict and like I guess I just
You
need
mean
to
a
watch
nut
more
junkie?
porn.
Yeah, those fucking people.
Coomers, dude?
Of course you're addicted to sex. It's the coolest biological fucking mechanism we have. That's
It's a cheap dopamine rush.
Yeah,
I mean, if
dude,
you're
of
watching
course.
porn, it is, but like the actual intimacy of it is good. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like playing 2K versus like playing basketball. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you rather just play?
Is that
the
what you
sport?
guys say in your rec teams?
No,
You're-
God, dude, you're grinding my gears, dude.
that's a callback
That's
all the
what-
way to the very beginning of this shit show.
That's actually what he says when Caitlin asks him, "Do you watch porn, Harrison?" He's like, "No, baby, because it's like when I'm with you, it's like playing basketball."
You know,
You know,
and I'm glad you brought
and
up-
the other one's
and I
like,
always score.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad you
yeah.
brought up Caitlyn. I'm glad that I wasn't the only one. I mean, we need to talk more about why you don't want to talk about her, but I'm going to say that for a different time.
Okay.
Yeah. My biggest, you know,
What's
what-
your basic insecurity? Yeah.
my biggest insecurity is I'm on this podcast right now,
yeah.
and I don't know what podcast it is, and I feel exposed.
You feel exposed.
Yeah,
you
I feel
vulnerable.
seen, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
this-
I don't
it feels
know
like
if the
a
world's
very-
ready to see this.
Yeah. I think they
Well,
are.
you should definitely. We should have you both on Augusta the Thinking, where you talk about what is intimacy, and then you can talk all about Caitlin.
We'll get real gay with that shit. I'll look in your
Oh.
eyes and talk about intimacy any day, bro.
I wish I could quit you.
This episode brought to you by Pharma not making people come or preventing people from coming. I still think that would be a funny ass class action lawsuit.
It would be.
I'm going to start the paperwork on that today, probably.
All right. Thanks for being on, RJ.
But yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
You're making me.